sector. But let's continue that discussion. We have Jindal Stainless on our radar. The government, remember, has extended the anti-dumping duty on stainless steel. To tell us how this would impact business, Tarun Khulbe, the director of Jindal Stainless, joins us now. Mr. Khulbe, thanks so much for being with us on the channel. I just want to start by asking you, this anti-dumping duty extension, do you know for how long it is? Till when will this duty be extended, and what is the quantum of imports coming in right now, and what could the impact of this anti-dumping duty be on your own business?
Okay, so Lata, thanks first of all, thanks for inviting me over here. I believe your question is more pertaining to the recent anti-dumping duty, but that was CVD, which was notified on 9th of October on the flat stainless steel coming from Indonesia. Now, let me tell you to talk more about this. CVD is essentially an anti-subsidy duty which has been imposed to prevent the domestic manufacturer from the non-WTO compliant subsidies provided to the Indonesian manufacturers by the government directly or through the Chinese aided investments. We have to understand here that India has signed FTA with the ASEAN countries, and Indonesia is one of them. Now, looking at the vast Indian domestic, Indian stainless steel market and the potential of it, Indonesia has been building disproportionate capacities over there. Just to give you some idea, like the domestic consumption of Indonesia is around less than 2 lakh tons per annum, but the capacity built up over there is around 50 lakh tons per annum. And all this is happening capacity utilization of domestic stainless steel in India is around 60%. So right now, these duties which have been imposed, they are provisional for the next 4 months. But in the meantime, government should come out with a definition, and then they should be lasting for a much longer period.
Okay. Mr. Khulbe, what does this mean for you in terms of prices or volumes? Because I thought the suspicion was that some Chinese steel also is coming via Indonesia. So if steel from that country is restricted, can you raise prices or can you sell more?
Okay, first of all, let me give you some more perspective on this duty. Let me tell you this, in 2017, government has imposed CVD on China. Okay. And China share in the Indian import was around 54%, and Indonesia was only 1%. By the year 2020, the China share has reduced to less than 14%, but Indonesia share has gone to around 4%. So this clearly shows that this kind of capacity build-up could not have been done without the support of China, and China has been misusing such routes and have been circumventing such laws by using such FTAs to their advantage. Now, coming to the
Mr. Khulbe, 1 minute. Mr. Khulbe, 1 minute. We didn't get that number. The call dropped. Indonesian imports have grown from 1% to what?
Now in the import, the Indonesian share is 44%
from 1%. Okay, so it makes a material difference. And therefore, to come to you, sir, if you can very quickly tell us, are you advantaged in terms of being able to sell more?
Okay. So coming to the price, let me tell you, in the stainless steel, the prices are governed by obviously the demand, supply, competition, and the raw material prices. Stainless steel is majorly majorly comprises of nickel and chrome, and both of them are good in nature. Sure. If we now sometimes, I mean, if you look the near past, the recent past, the prices of the stainless steel looks to be going up. But let us understand, if you look at the metal indices, all of them are going up, the nickel are going up. So basically it is the raw material prices which are making the stainless steel prices go up.
But your margins won't improve, is that what you're saying? You're not making more margins just because prices are rising?
Yeah, I mean, we have to see another thing, that even if we assume that the import in the near future reduces, But then that should, in that case, the domestic industry should respond by activating their idle capacity. Because as I said, that the domestic capacity is running at around 60% capacity utilization. So the domestic competition should be able to create the equilibrium between the price and the input cost.
Okay. So what will the EBITDA per ton be by the end of the year? At the end of Q1, it was around 8,800 rupees per ton. By the end of FY21, where do you see the EBITDA per ton for the company?
So, okay, so Q1 was definitely a bad quarter. We all know that. I mean, from the market point of view, also the April was totally a washout. May the capacity we were having around 30% of demand. June was 60%, and but by September. We were running almost at 100% of pre-COVID level, and H2 we see even better than the H2 of the previous year. Now coming to the specific EBITDA number, that I will say definitely Q1 was very, very bad, but our EBITDA numbers of by the financial year 20 should be much better, and they should be aligned to what we had done earlier, even better than that.
7,000 plus? You will do 11,000 EBITDA per ton?
That giving you a specific number, I think, would not be.
No, approximate, sir. Ballpark. Ballpark, will you go to that? Because that was your FY20 number, about 10,700.
We can say around that or slightly better than that.
Oh, okay.
Definitely we're trying to do better.
That's good to hear. And a final word on your net debt. Is there any plan to reduce it? Where does it stand now?
Okay, so as you know, for the last 2 years, we have been reducing our debt by almost 500 crores per annum. And even in this year, we intend to reduce our debt by 350 to 400 crores.
Okay, all the best for that. Thanks so much for joining us. So that's Jindal Stainless. By the way, just look at the markets go. 640 points higher for the bank nifty, and it's really all about the banks today. Anuj, anyone you pick is zooming.
Yeah, banks, of course.